What up, dudes? It's Gaz, and welcome back to the Warframe video. So, Baro's about to spawn on, I think, Mercury. So we're going to take a look at what he's got, and hopefully it's finally the day he has a mod drop chance booster. So yeah, we are on Mercury on the Lorunda relay. This will be on all platforms on the same planet. And let's go see his spawn animation, and, you know, if he's got a mod drop booster, I'm turning in 61,000 ducats today on the live stream. So we will see right now if I'll be turning in a bunch of ducats today. If not, I'm still waiting on that. The reason I want a mod drop booster from Baro is because this is like the only place this thing comes from. It technically comes from the sortie as well, but the one from the sortie is only, you know, it's a low drop rate, and you only get one at a time. So yeah, if he's got it today, there we go. I'll buy 122 boosters and, you know, move on with stuff. Alright. So here we are on the Mercury relay, and I think we got about like 20-something seconds until this guy spawns. And looks like actually it's more like 7 seconds. So right where that guy's standing, we will have the barokiteer. Hope you guys enjoy these types of videos. The spawn animation is just fun for me. Alright, so let's see what we got. Ooh, is this a new color palette from barokiteer? The Void Trader color palette. I don't have this. This is new. Okay, we'll have to definitely showcase this. A color palette inspired by barokiteer, the Debonair Void Trader. This seems to be different from his old color palette. Interesting. Okay, DE, I see you. No new Prime Mob. We get this instead. I will take that. And I'm not extremely disappointed in that. As far as the other stuff, let's go one category at a time. I'll quickly scroll through this. By the way, he does not have a mod booster. Okay, so it looks like besides the new stuff, it's a relatively underwhelming Baro. But let's do one category at a time, and we'll go over the new color palette in the ship. Alright, starting with mods, we have 3 prime mods and 1 rare mod. We have Shell Shock as the rare mod for shotguns. This is going to be nice for, you know, corrosive status chance builds, electric status chance builds, viral electric builds, etc., etc. But you do not need to technically buy this from Baro. This mod also drops from hive-infested sabotage missions on Eris. The mission is called Naglar, and it's a relatively okay platform, but if you don't want to deal with those terrible drop rates, just buy it here. It's a good mod that most people should have. Also, decent resale. We've got Primed Cleanse Corpus for shotguns, giving increased shotgun damage for Corpus. If you're buying the Shell Shock mod and you're going against a bunch of Corpus enemies, this is a pretty good combination right here. But yeah, only for Corpus pretty much. So if you are doing an Axie Relic farm on the Apollo mission on Lua, this can be very nice to give you increased shotgun, like heat damage, electric damage, all that kind of stuff. So pretty good. Not a must-have, but an okay one. Remember, this is only for shotguns. This will not work on like rifles and melees and stuff. We got Prime Animal Instinct. I would say this is a must-have Prime mod for all players. This will give you a massive loot radar and a massive enemy radar, which will stack with mods like the Enemy Radar Aura mod and the Loot Radar Aura mod. So very, very nice. Pretty much is on every companion I own, and it's one of the reasons why people put dash polarities on companions, like no matter what. So must-have Prime mod today. Prime Animal Instinct. Pick it up. And we've also got primed Rabido Line Baro. If you watched my my Larkspur Prime video yesterday, this is the only Arcwing gun Prime mod in the game. So if you want to use a Larkspur Prime, I guess you could get this. Also, if you're looking to do the Profit Taker will be there'll be 3 double credit weekends in a row. So maybe pick this one up if you want to do a bunch of Profit Taker runs. You probably won't regret it, at least for the Profit Taker specifically. All right, moving on to all the cosmetic stuff here. We have a lot of options. Nothing super amazing. We got the Pyra Sugatra, which is like a little flaming thing for your melee weapons. I didn't even know that Baro brought this, actually, but that's pretty cool. As you can see, on glaive weapons, you get 3 of them like that, and you can color customize the fire, so relatively nice item. Prisma, Hecate, Cyandana. A lot of these Cyandanas are just forgettable from Baro, so I'm not going to bother. I have this, but I don't bother using it. It's very forgettable. We've got the entire Harkonnen Wraith set. If you're looking to do like a Grenier fashion frame, this can be very nice. These are color customizable nowadays. These used to only be red and black back in the day. The leg armor is really nice too, because it's very spiky. So if you like spiky armor, there you go. We've even got the Harkonnen Wraith cloak as well. So there is the entire Grenier armor set there. We got the Ignis Tausun skin. We got the Redeemer Elixir skin and some other stuff. I'd say nothing here is really phenomenal, like good looking must have. Especially because we just got Baroque Prime and Baroque Immortal looks kind of dorky. For weapons, we've got the Xylock and the Veracrez. Now, if you've been paying attention to all like the leak stuff and all that pre-release Deviri information, you might remember that the Xylock is getting an Incarnon unlocker. At least that's what the leak says. So if you want to get the Xylock for the Incarnon unlocker, it seems like it might be pretty good. This weapon has really good slash weighting, just not very good crit stats, but I believe some of the buffs will give it crit stats. Also, it will likely have the Incarnon alternate fire mode, which with chaining headshots. So chaining slash proc headshot sounds pretty good to me. And we'll have to see. It does have Eximus advantage, the Nightwave Augment, which gives it increased damage after shooting at Eximus too. So a somewhat nice weapon. Maybe pick it up. And the Veracrez, yeah, this is just like a Warframe with good stats. Not very exciting. As far as miscellaneous, we've got some stuff that doesn't even matter. So let's go look at the Void Trader color palette. And I think a good look across what kind of variety we have. I can just do this in the relay. Actually, I don't need to go back to my ship for this. All right, so we're gonna go to Arsenal, and we'll take some frame with like no fashion frame, and we'll customize it. How about the newest frame, Citrine? Okay, so I've got Citrine here, and we're just going to. Can you like default this stuff? Yeah, you can just default this stuff. So default colors, Citrine. Let's use the new color palette, the Void Trader color palette. What is the other Baro color palette? It's called Katir. Okay, so this is the old color palette, the Katir color palette. Now let's look at the Void Trader color palette and see how different they really are. What? Okay, wait, what? Is it just the same thing with a different name? Maybe it's inverted. Okay, so this is the new one right here that you're looking at. And then here's the Katir one. They look very, very, very similar. I need to do like a side-by-side comparison to see exactly how different they are. But it looks like there's some good blues on here. Those are usually nice energy colors, these Katir types of color palettes. Yeah, those color palettes look very similar. We got like some here. Let me just see, for example, the middle most left brown one on the Void Trader. How different is that from the Katir color palette on the far left brown one? Okay, so they technically are a little bit different. It seems like this is like a little bit of a lighter version. The Void Trader palette seems like it's a little bit lighter than the actual like Katir color palette. That seems like it's a little bit darker. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell, but they seem very similar, but definitely different. Comparing those two colors there, they are different. But yeah, so the new one has a decent variety. It's technically a free to play color palette. So yeah, very good energy colors. I can see that energy color being really good. This like very light blue, and of course there's different intensities to it and all that. So I wouldn't say it's worth logging in for. It's definitely not worth like oh man, I have to seriously find some way to log into Warframe before the end of the weekend before this color palette goes away. It's not like that, especially with how similar it is to the other one, obviously. But it's better than a Yareli ornament or whatever, a Yareli ship decoration, that's for sure. So I will take it in that regard. So if you guys are big into fashion frame, feel free to try it out. Looks like there's some pretty good grays on here too, so you could definitely make something work out of this. I'd say it's probably not gonna be like the main color palette I use, but as far as like some like accent colors or like I said, some energy colors, I could see some good stuff here as far as those are concerned. So hope you guys found the video fun and helpful. No bod boosters, so I probably won't be turning in many ducats today, but at least he's not the worst thing ever at this time. And we'll keep hoping that the next time he has a mod booster. Either way, guys, hope you found this video enjoyable and helpful. I will see you later tonight on stream. And yeah, we'll probably be doing some variety. I've got a couple games by developers that I want to try out on stream. So we got Have a Nice Death, I believe it's called, and also the Outer Worlds Spacer Edition. Also, I want to continue playing Elden Ring on stream too, so come stop by if you haven't already. Alright guys, take it easy. Peace!